Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's F4 division, coming at you live at the Japanese Grand Prix. Well, when we're in the race. At the moment, we're just waiting for the lobby host to get underway, but hopefully we should have a good race tonight. Big news coming our way in terms of the championship, because we do have a couple of race bands, qualifying bands to get through. But yeah, a few interesting stuff to begin. But this is going to be the Japanese Grand Prix right at the business end of the championship. And it's a very heated championship in F4. For those that followed the last few weeks will know what we're talking about. But it should be a good night tonight, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. My name is RSF1 Bundle. And in the comms box with me tonight is my usual compatriot, ever since I think it was Austria. Anyway, it's Top Notch. He's in the comms box with me tonight. So good evening, Top Notch.
Good evening, Brandel, and hello everyone. Yeah. Looking forward to this one. Like Suzuka, interesting race as always.
Yeah, should be a very interesting track. But Japan, as most people know, is very infamous. It can bite you at any point. There's definitely a few sections in the track which can catch many a driver out. Not many people, especially in the F4 championship, are looking forward to this Top Notch. So potential, we could have a little bit of a change of script here tonight. Could have a potential first winner, potential first timer on the podium. Yeah, the possibilities are endless in this, but what is definitely for certain, we're going to get entertainment, because F4 have never disappointed, have they?
No, they never disappoint. Maybe even a safety car or two to spice it up.
Yes, and obviously the possibility of rain around here is always the possibility. Let us get underway. So, let us see what we're going to have in qualifying to begin with. That took a long time. Anyway, it's slightly cloudy, but okay for the start. Now, let's get underway with the news for F4. So, we have a couple of qualifying bands and race bands to tell you about, and the first big news really is the championship leader coming into this week, RSF1 Maniac, has a race band. He will not be racing here tonight. He also has a qualifying band for Mexico for the repercussions of what he did in Russia. The stewards had their say, and he's been hit. So massive opportunity for anybody behind in the championship. The likes of Quaker Oats and Connor have got to take this opportunity at the very best. Also, we have qualifying bans for RSF1 Butler and Wagsy. They are due to retire immediately, pretty much. So yeah, they are due to retire straight away. So it kind of makes Q1 a little bit pointless and obsolete, but no worries about that. So, as I said, Top Notch, huge opportunity for the championship contenders in this. With Maniac not racing and potentially going to be hampered in Mexico, they've got to take this, because they may not get another opportunity to take the fight to Maniac.
Yeah, it's definitely a big opportunity for these guys, just outside the top three, as well as in the top three, like Quaker Oats and Connor as well. Yeah, big opportunity. But it's a hard track to take it at, so yeah, interesting.
Very much so. In light of this, obviously, we do have a slightly lighter grid, and as I said, Q1 is kind of a bit of a practice session really for these guys, as long as they don't drop it. Please don't crash, guys, honestly. But we do have a new driver amongst us in F4 anyway, and that's LHAM44. I think he's a Lewis Hamilton fan. I'm not quite sure. There's a joke there somewhere. Anyway, he is a new driver to the league, so welcome to LHAM44. He's in the Toro Rosso. He is actually reserving for either Maniac or Bodder? There's Bodder I do not see obviously on the grid, and obviously Maniac has that race ban. I would assume reserving for Bottler, so not Bottler, I mean Bodder. Why do I keep on getting those two mixed up? I don't know. Anyway, he's in the Torossa tonight for his debut. All the best to him. Apart from that, you've got the usual drivers here. A couple short, but should be good. Right, as we are waiting for the end of Q1, because as I said, potential kind of a practice session really, just to see what the pecking order could be around here. Let's go over championship table. Top Notch, I believe you have the championship table, so tell us what happened or what meant the results of Russia into the table now before we go into Japan.
I can do that, mate. And unfortunately, still at the bottom is Wagsy WRH on 0 points because of his race ban. We're still waiting for him to actually retire. And then just in front of him, 6 points in front of him, is the RSF1 Bottler. So finally got some points for Bottler. And then just quite a little bit in front of him, 12 points in front of him on 18 points is Carlin. So good work from Carlin so far. And then Ted First on 21 points. Branded Vinny on 30 points. Wobbles 35 points. LR Blazer Guns 45 points still. He's surely going to get off that score at some point. And then just in front of him, Gruntastrophe on 47 points. Thomas is there, but he's not in this division anymore. And then RSF1 Scotsman 51 points. Bodder 65 points. RSF1 Junior 65 points. And RSF1 Porter 66 points. So them guys are really close. And then just in front of them, CCRL Weber 68 points, and we know that he has a race ban, so he's not going to move off of that score for a little while. And then RSF1 Kachow on 79 points, and then Primus Gaming 86 points. Just in front of him, Daniel on 87 points. And then the top three is Connor Todd on 129 points, Quaker Oates on 138 points, and then RSF1 Maniac 154 points.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so as I mentioned at the start, obviously Top Notch, huge opportunity for Quaker and Connor. They both need to take this to close the gap down to Maniac. In fact, both can take the championship lead if they have a good enough result. I believe Connor needs a race win to equal Maniac. Obviously, if he gets fastest lap on top of that, he takes the lead by a point. Quaker is how many behind Maniac? He's not that much, is he now?
No, I think it's just under 20 points, so...
Yeah. And he's already quickest so far in Q1 is Quaker, 28.8. The time's not really meaningful because obviously Wagsy and Butler have both retired, so we will be seeing 15 into the next session. As long as you don't crash it, all good. And none have done that so far, which is perfect. So another opportunity for Daniel as well, Top Notch, and who is that? Primus as well. If they win tonight, either one of them, and who knows, there's still plenty of points on offer. They could mount a challenge to the top as well, but they require those in front of them to have difficult races from now till the end. But still it's open for any of those. Really, as Kachow!
Wow.
Kachow quickest!
Wow. With that one on it. 28.8.
Kachow?
Surprised to see these guys in the 28s already.
I'm not
Very
surprised.
good laps from these guys.
I'm not surprised. What was F2 pole last night? I think it was 27.3 in Q3. Was it 28? Can someone in the chat actually remind me of what F2 pole was? I think it was a 27.3. I'm not. I'm actually not surprised, because if you like this track, you're going to be quick around here. It's just one of those things, isn't it? So 2 Pink Panthers, the Racing Points, begin their laps. In terms of constructors, I'll just run through the Russia results, actually. Grantastrophe ended up with the race victory of the penalties, by the way. Carlin was second in his good form in the Alfa Romeo. He's quite new to the league, so good stuff from him, second place. Connor did his championship very good in a third place for the Racing Point. Porter and Arona was fourth, followed by the other Racing Point of Junior. Daniel in the Haas keeps his championship hopes alive with a 6th place. 7th was Primus, 8th was Maniac, Webber was 9th, and Scotsman with the last point. Does mean in constructors that Red Bull still lead, although their lead has been cut quite a bit, but they still lead. They're on 275 points, followed by Toro Rosso on 202, so they're not completely out of it. Next is Racing Point, the team on the rise. They're 189 points now, with Alpha. Yes, I know. I know that camo. He's currently fastest. Alpha are next on 149, speaking of which. Haas are next on 126, 1 point ahead of Renault now on 125. Mercedes 119, with Ferrari 87. And then we have Williams 74, McLaren 70. So, in terms of constructors, that's another championship still up for grabs, top notch. If you had to put any money on that, based on that result, do you reckon Red Bull could hold off Toro Rosso or Racing Point, or do you think either one of them would nip it away from the Red Bull team?
Well, we know Maniac's got the ban, and we don't really know much about Elham 44 so far, so I can't really answer at the moment. Quaker seems to be quite fast around there, so I should think he's going to be definitely up in the points. And Wagsy's got a qualifying ban, so he's going to work from the back. But I do expect a bit of either a VSC or a safety car at some point around here. So, and we don't know the weather yet neither. So I think it's not over yet. I don't think it's over.
Apparently it's dry all the way through, according to Camo. So
the drivers is
Racing
definitely
Point
closer. The drivers is definitely more interesting.
Definitely so. In terms of momentum, though, I would go for Racing Point at this point, because last few weeks, they've qualified really well. Apart from Russia, I think Russia was the only kind of nervous point that they've had over the last month or so, as Connor, just to emphasize the point, actually goes quicker than Kachal. Thank you, Connor. I don't have to do the deal anymore, because Kachal's already retired. Ha! Well, I said his name anyway, so it's fine. But Connor, emphasizing the fact going into practice, top notch, Connor is quick around here. He's very confident. He's got to back it up, though, because Webber nearly missed it. Well, he did technically miss out on a race victory because of penalties, but he won on track. But he nearly lost the victory. So it's all, you may have pace, so you may have pace, but you may not be able to follow up. I've just noticed something, top notch.
Yeah.
Wobbles hasn't set a time yet. He's retired. Did he crash? Did I miss that?
I don't know if he's crashed. Let's have a look.
He's done laps. He just didn't set a time. I missed that. I do apologise. I don't think it popped up on the screen there.
I haven't seen it. It's not in here, mate.
So he's retired, but he's starting behind Wagsy, who's got a qualifying ban. So that works.
They're going to get through anyway, yeah. They're getting through anyway. There's only 15 of them.
No, but what I mean is that if Wobbles had set a time, he would have gone through. Even if that was like a 2-minute 20. You see what I mean? Because Wagsy was never going to set a time. All Wobbles had to do was set a time of anything, and he would have gone through.
Ah, so he doesn't get to go through.
No, he doesn't. So we're going to have 14 in the next session, basically.
I think that's just a bit of misunderstanding from what was that.
Yeah.
It's a hard way to learn.
Yeah, Junior's returning to the pits. He'll be retiring shortly, and we just got Elham44 going around on medium tyres. Done 5 laps already, or no?
Hello, Tomo, in the chat. Good to see the chat's popping tonight.
Yeah, good support from all teams, which is good, although it's mostly Team Alpha flying the flag. There's many Team Alpha members. Needs to be evened out somehow, as Elham goes around on another lap. We're just spectating the Toro Rosso. You're getting camera time. The debutant is, but there we go. Right, so obviously after Japan tonight, we've got Mexico. Obviously, will be next week. Week after that would be USA. Then we've got Brazil and Abu Dhabi. But we do have a curveball top notch, and obviously we still have Singapore to go over again. So that could be very, very interesting. As a little, can you imagine? We have like a 4 or 5 way championship fight, both drivers and constructors, and the last race to decide it all. Oh, Singapore, brilliant track, loads of walls. Loads of walls, the longest track and the longest race in the calendar. Could rain to make it even longer. Safety cars as well.
Literally
Great track
anything
to
can
end on.
happen. I think you'd go into it as a driver thinking, probably the worst situation.
Although to be fair, the last season actually F4 had a situation when we had four divisions instead of the 5, and that we had to rerun Monaco, and that was fun. So. The only thing with that was the championship was already decided by then. So Monaco was just kind of a one last race. It was kind of there. Hopefully, by that race in Singapore, we will have a championship fight, but
I think we will. I think we will. With what's panning out at the moment with the bands, and I think by the time it's all panned out, they'll still be quite close.
I love that shot. I love that shot. Don't know whether you got that as well. Oh, it made a bit of a mistake. It's just track time for Elham, isn't it? It's going round and round on mediums. So that's practice, so there we go. Boom, boom. Yeah, that lovely shot. I hope I get that shot a few times of turn 1. Round here. You get that lovely wide shot of the whole corner. You also get a nice shot sometimes of the cars flying over the curb on turn 1. The camera's right on the apex.
Yeah, it's good when there's a lot of cars going over it.
Yeah, they do have good cameras around here. I noticed that yesterday when I retired early. I won't go into why, etc. But definitely the broadcast cameras are good.
Wonder if Ham's going to actually come in this time or if he's going to go again. Don't blame him, that's extra time on the track. He's going to get used to it.
Of course.
I don't know what the weather situation is at the moment. It's looking pretty good.
I believe it's dry. Camo said it was dry like very early on, so I believe Camo. I trust Camo. Not many people do, but I trust him. I think. Not sure.
Camo's trustworthy. He is an F3 driver though, so...
Oof.
And decides to go again.
Had to breathe for a second. Got told something that's really making me quite annoyed. But breathe. Don't react. It's all good. I'll react later. Right. So minute 20 to go. Again, we're just watching Elham potter around, doing laps.
In the
a bit of a slider.
Tomo is GOAT. I quite believe you, Vettel.
All good. Right, in terms of strategy, top notch, and obviously I discovered this from last night in F2. Softs to mediums apparently is the way to go, but obviously mediums to softs if you can get through on Q2 on medium tyres. Always, like Russia last week. if you're on the softs at the end of the race, it's going to be beneficial, especially around here. You need that cornering grip at the end of the race when the track is all rubbered in. All good. Hards aren't too bad, I think, as well.
I don't think the gap between the mediums and the soft don't seem to be there,
no.
really. Like, especially in the race when you're following other cars, like you could be on soft, setting really good laps, and someone on mediums can just tuck in behind you and save ERS and be able to keep up with you. So a lot of strategy around this track and safety cars, and I keep saying that, but safety cars this season have been the key factor. Really,
gone from sublime to ridiculous, haven't we? We've gone from what was it? Way before. What was this left? Can you? Oh, I'm nearly lost it. That would be the worst thing now. He's on 9 lap. I just noticed he's gone on these tyres for 9 laps. No wonder he keeps sliding everywhere. Can you imagine if he drops it now and then he's not through the Q2? Because he's done all this.
That would be my kind of luck.
Can you invite Wobbles back, please?
Yeah, he's got an invite.
Oh, love it. I don't know if you see the Reaper 810 comment in the chat. That's quite good. It's quite funny. Yeah. Nothing else ready to be said. Ham's going to finish this lap, and then we move on to the business end of Q2. Everyone has to set their tyres, set their laps on the tyres they want to start on. Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know exactly the time difference between softs and mediums, but I think it's under half a second.
I think just realised that my chat wasn't moving down where you had to talk.
Yeah.
Moving down now.
Alright, so Q1 is over, and really the only kind of thing we can take away in terms of the times, top notch, is Connor seems to be on it. I knew that from practice, so that's not real a surprise. Waker seems to be back on form in terms of qualifying. Kachow's up there as well, so
yeah.
We look to have a competition for pole, but I don't think that 51.4 is Junior's real pace.
No.
Down there in 14th.
No, I think he knew he was getting free. He didn't really worry about it too much. Probably tested the boundaries a bit too much. Or the limits.
Alright, through into Q2. So let's see who goes onto what tyre. The clouds have kind of gone a little bit. It was a bit... I know I'm looking at clouds and how much are up in the sky at the moment, which is weird, I know, but you know, it looks like it's becoming more sunny than what it was at the start of Q1. Get the temperature into the tyres a lot easier, and quite a kind of a half and half medium and softs at the moment so far.
Yeah. I think there'll be a few more.
He's going to retire again.
Mediums before we go out.
Alright, so out we go. Primus Gaming in the Mercedes is going to be the first driver out in Q2.
This is the sector that normally get a lot of people, I think, and spoon corner. But this one in particular, you can lose so much time through this sequence of corners.
Yep. Very much. You need to have the car really hooked up and confidence in the fact, because the only way to get quick around the first S section is basically to chuck the car in and basically hope it stays. But sometimes it can snap on you, especially on worn tyres, so you might see a few mistakes there. So let's see, we got Primus, Vinny, actually quite a few going on to softs. Scotsman coming out on mediums, as is Daniel, so both Haas drivers, same strategy. See who else coming out. Quaker Roads, that's a bold statement. trying to get through medium tyres as well.
Yep, probably
is
feeling
possible.
that it's worth a shot. Easy to make a mistake right there, so if you can get a lap in.
Alright. Primus is about to start a lap. Do we have a Williams on there? Yeah, Vinny. Graded Vinny. Do you mind me taking a hot lap?
Yeah, that's fine, mate.
Okay. So on board a graded Vinny as he goes across the start-finish line, opening up the DRS as he comes out the final corner. Going up to over 200 miles an hour as you go into braking zone to turn 1. Very tricky corner. Need to brake as a double apex, turn 1 and 2. Connor's out! Oh no! Sorry, I cut short. Connor's out! First S, he was in the wall just there.
Yeses.
Oops. Big shock there because, as I said, he was one of the quick guys coming into this. There he is, left-hand side, wheel off. Ham's getting out the way of Porter, but we'll have to slow down. Oh, big oof. Big oof. Connor is out. Oh dear. What was I saying about taking opportunity? Oof, he's got to pull that back from 15th now.
Yeah, hard to do on this track.
Also, just realised Wagsy's going to start 14th. He's gaining positions, Wagsy, for free, and he has a qualifying ban. Someone else crashes, he'll be 13th. Right, yeah. I was on board with Vinny, but Primus is about to finish his lap. We'll do that. We'll do it in Q3. Do the hot lap in Q3. It's a 30.0 from Primus, beaten by Contrastovi at 29.1. We saw 28s in Q1, so you know there's a few capable of that. Vinny to second, 29.3. I think Porter's going to be next. Porter's invalid his lap, and I think he just done the next one as well over the chicane. He'll be going again.
44's invalidated as well.
Ham's into the pits. Tedist, I think, is next.
I believe he is, mate. Very tricky last little chicane there. Oh,
he's out. Oh,
back
he did me. Oh,
that
you can see it.
Killer.
He tried to save it. Oh. Wagsy's going to start. Wagsy's going to start 13th. He keeps making places.
It's going to be in the top 10 at this rate.
I know. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You saw it, didn't it? Because he got a slide as he hit the bump, and you thought he was going to hit it head on. I thought he just avoided it, but his back wheel hit it. I was going to mention it, actually. That bump. I don't even know why it's there. It's... Good question. You can see it right there as Junior went over it. He was quite close to the wall, if that had spun him off. 30.8 from Junior. You're thinking of a better lap than that. But... Ow. Goodness me.
Porter's next. See what Porter can do.
There's Porter. Oh, 28.9!
Very good lap.
28.999. That's a wonderful lap. Hit 999 again, Porter. I dare you.
Yep.
Wow.
That's the only time. Second time this season I've seen 999. Can't remember who else did it, but I
should be the other way around. 666.
That would be a bad omen for the race, for sure.
Right. Jeez.
Carl's just getting out of the way there.
Right, so who's... This kind of puts less pressure of getting through the Q3 now, top notch. The medium tyres are actually a good bet if you can get through on them, and currently actually Daniel on a 29.9 is quickest of those.
Yes,
so he might see his way through.
Very good lap. And the 29s on the mediums, that's respectable. My 4.
Both alphas of Kachow and Carlin are trying their luck on mediums as well.
Yeah, Chow leaving it very late. Feeling confident.
Oof, he had to ease off a lot at the end of those S's there. And into the two Degners. Apparently when purple set to 1. Still don't know how true that is. Or maybe it's... Maybe, I just had a thought. You know, when it comes up like purple set to 1 or 2, whatever. Maybe that's your quickest sector of the session? Potentially. I don't think anymore. I don't trust it anymore that it's, like, quickest of everyone. Is what we're led to believe. Because it keeps... When it comes up purple, check it, and then compare it to, like, who's done the quickest time, and you'll notice it's actually quite a bit far off. Like, Kachal's just done a purple middle sector. Anyway, he's going to be good. Oh, that's a massive... Surely that didn't count. Maybe it did. It did. How did that count? 29.3 as well. That's 6 tenths quicker than Daniel on the same tyre. Good lap from Kachal.
Yeah, Kachal looking fast.
Al seems to be on it tonight. Teammate goes 29.8, also ahead of Daniel. Amber's cut a corner again. So that's that lap done as well.
Junior back out on the softs.
Right, so who needs to go again? Quaker's going again. He needs to. And I almost think also, if Blazer, Quaker and Scotsman all go on softs, I don't think Daniel's safe, or Carlin, with that lap time.
No, not going off of Q1 times. Quite a few got into the 29s, so let's see what they want in there. Is validated.
Yeah, it's going again. Nope. Backing into the pits. Fair enough. Oh, clips the wall. You're alright, you're good. Low alpha, but he's just returning back to the pits. On the out lap. Primus is on a lap at the moment. 2 tenths down though, first sector. Needs another one that needs to improve. A very interesting conversation going on at the chat at the moment. Very interesting. One of the alphas way off at the spoon curve. That's Carlin getting up the very, very nicely for Primus. So if he improves middle sector, he needs to find a bit more time. Found a bit more. He's still down on his personal best, middle sector, but a bit of time. He's already run out of VRS coming down to the chicane. Interesting little tactic here, but let's see if we can get the exit. Goes to the inside of the curb in the last corner. Doesn't improve. So he might be a one to go on to softs. In fact, Blaze has done that. As a Scotsman. As is Daniel as well. It doesn't feel safe at all.
See what Quake can do.
Baker definitely needs to get out of that danger zone. With Connor out already top notch, Quaker's got to qualify very good. He's got to get as much space as he can.
Said he's 7 tenths up on his time at the minute. Hugged the wall. In 5th, 29.3.
Junior, 28.8. His quickest so far. Breaker goes 29.3, got to P6. That's a bit more like it. It's a bit more like it. That might be safe enough. Right, 3 minutes to go. Obviously, Hammer's got to set a lap yet, but he's still persevering. Scotsman also in danger.
Next.
Blazer's currently in the pits, as is Primus. I would assume Primus have gone to
Scotsman
softs.
lost it. Call it well, but it's not a way to start his lap.
Right, see how he takes turn 1. Starts braking actually at the first curb, but you can feel the understeer in that turn 2. Gets it nice though. That's oh! He's in the curb, Scotsman. He slid. Oh, lap's gone, and he doesn't have enough time to get back. So he can go a second up on those tyres, but he's got to save fuel and save ERS.
Yeah, cool them down. That's a hard thing to do around this track. There's a lot of really sharp turns, and overheating the tyres can be a problem. Important not to keep sliding, just slow it down and get round.
Elham has lost it somewhere on his lap. He's got massive damage on his front wing, so he's done.
Yeah, I think that would be him.
Complete the lap. Complete the lap. If someone's engineering him, send him complete the lap. You get 12th. Whereas Wagsy with a qualifying man is going to start 12th. Not even really a qualifying man, to be honest, but it's the way this session has gone. Right, so Scotsman really is now the only one that can upset any of those current top 10. Blazer's chancing it. He's stayed in the pits. Alright. On board with Scotsman. Let's ride on board with him. Maybe he made that mistake in the S's the first time. He cannot make it again. Down into turn 1. Big confidence for turn 1. Didn't break. And the third gear for turn 2. Now turn 3, 4 and 5 is all one after another. Holds the car this time. This is where he made the mistake last time. Don't get on that curb. All good. And then the end of the S's. Carry the speed through. Don't want the car too far away because that curb is deadly. He's gone. No. I thought he just got past the S's. Yeah. That's him done.
To the grass.
And Ham is still going around with that damage, by the way. He's set a 44, which means he's 12th. That's where it goes. Daniel goes P2 meantime. Puts himself in the 28s. And Vinny, 28.7. Ooh. Competition for pole, I think we have here.
I think we do.
Vinny
very close.
Vinny put his name in the hat.
Top 4, very close. Even top 5.
Right, so Kachow, Quaker Oats, Carlin and Blaze have all made it on medium tyres. There's Ham, improves to a 38, despite the damage, so good. Right, so bear me guys, let's put a message to do it afterwards, no problem. Right, so the end of the session, and obviously we knew Wagsy had that qualifying ban, but how he's made it to 12th, I have no idea. But there you go, but obviously big news from now is both Connor and Teddis both crashing out on their qualifying laps. El Halm in his debut will start 12th. All good for him. Fresh tyres and all that, and Scotsman will start 11th. But in terms of contenders for pole. We've got a fair few. A few could be quite interesting. I don't know who he's going to go to.
Yep, got a few in there on the mediums as well, mate.
Yeah, and obviously that will benefit them for the start, but those that start on mediums top notch, they'll have to qualify very strongly. They cannot be obviously 8th, 9th and 10th. So that's what those guys there, Kachal, Quaker, Carlin and Blazer need to do. But eliminated Scotsman, Elham 44, Wagsy, Tennis and Connor. And your top 3 top notch?
And third position Daniel in the Haas, and then second position RSF1 Junior in the Pink Panther, and then first position Grandin Vinny in the Williams. Rare sight that one in the old Williams, but did it. Very close in all of them really. Top 7, 6 tenths. And I've got a chopper going over my
yeah,
house.
I was going to say.
Pretty cool,
I was
not
going
going
to say. I was going to say, is that it sounded like what those two bladed helicopters?
Yeah, I think
it's called
yeah,
Chinook.
I think a Chinook. Yeah, I think it was,
Like
mate.
a Chinook. I couldn't tell. Whether it was a chopper or your washing machine.
Definitely
I don't know
sounded
whether
like
you
I
had
had
a
two blades on it.
Yeah, sounded like a washing machine for a second. I was like, no, that sounds more like a. Anyway, right, top 10 shootout Q3. Whose prediction in the chat? Top 3 in the chat. Put your predictions through. Whoever gets it right gets a cookie. I'll send it in the mail. Right, but in terms of yourself, top notch, who do you reckon top 3 is going to be? And it's a tough one, very close.
Well, going off practice sessions and things like that, I'm gonna have to go with Kachal. I've seen him practicing time in, time out. He's just setting good times. But like you said, Junior with a good time. So my top 3 is gonna be Kachal, second for Junior, and then I think I'm gonna go with Grandin Vinny, the third.
Okay. Well, Blaze is going to be the first to set the benchmark for Q3, and in terms for me, again, so tough to call, but I'm just going to go on. Everyone wants pole, obviously, but the ones that need it in terms of championship potential, I'd say Junior third, I'd say Daniel second, and Quaker first. But let's ride aboard a Blazer as he takes a lap round Japan. Let's see if we can continue this without any distractions. So go down into turn 1, over 200 miles an hour, down into the first double apex corner. Got to be very confident throwing the car in, hold the speed round in second, through turn 2, and then through turn 3, and then 4. These S's are one after another. You've got to keep carrying the speed through. Momentum is important, because if you mess up going one corner, it's going to hurt in the next one. And then you're finally out of the S's, through, watching that curb on the outside that can throw you off so very easily. Now the two Degners. Degner 1, 6th gear. Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone wide. Onward with Junior. Let's carry it on. Degner 2, pretty much the same. Down to 3rd gear underneath the bridge. The uniqueness of this track, obviously the crossover. Now into the hairpin, which I believe is Kamui hairpin, called after Kamui Kobayashi. And then long, kind of straight, kind of a curve straight down to Spoon, which is a double apex. Long hairpin here, this long left-hander. Mind the curves pretty much everywhere around this track, especially here. They need to get the exit perfectly on this long straight, which leads to the famous 130R, which these days, it's not even a corner anymore, it's just completely flat out as you go over the bridge. It's not even a gravel trap, it's not even dangerous anymore. But down into the chicane, obviously the famous place where the first of the two Senna and Prost accidents occurred. A 29.0 from Junior is a good banker lap, I think, for Junior. But we have seen 28s. Who can reach that? Grant is the first. 28.7. Carlin just behind. 6 thousandths behind. Who's next? Red Bull Quaker 28.5. That's the quickest I think we've seen so far. And then
Primus is next.
Porter.
Porter's invalidated.
Primus 29.7. Williams,
Ciao.
Vinny invalidated. Chow second. Oh, how close. 28.566 behind. 2 100ths behind Quaker. Whew. Goodness. Wow, very, very close at the top. But Quaker snatches it, the first round going.
You can go again on these soft tyres, so I wonder if any of these guys that didn't quite get it the first time are going to go again. Laser gun, standard Vinny or Porter.
Right, so here's Blazer through Spoon Curve. Get the exit true.
Laser gun's
There
not
we go.
got no ERS. Vinny has
He's not.
got a
Yeah,
lot
not
of cars
pushing.
in front of him though.
Yeah, you might get a little slipstream off Quaker if he judges this right. Yeah, Quaker's staying on the racing line. He's got to get off at some point. There he goes, but he's given Vinny a bit of slipstream.
Second
Oh,
sector
middle
from
sector.
Vinny.
See how he takes the chicane. You've got to be very careful on the curbs. Bollards are gone already. There were bollards there. But a good exit out of the chicane. Mind the bump there. 29.0. Match Junior's time has gone ahead of him. Okay. Here we go. And just to emphasize how good these times are, these are right on F2 pace pretty much. So the divisions are there, but this shows how competitive these guys are. They're pushing each other to go quicker. Half a second or just over 4 tenths covering the top 6 in this, and I'm pretty sure Porter, Blazer, Daniel, and even Primus can get into low 29s and high 28s. This could be a very close Q3.
That's Daniel deciding to leave it late in the session to come out for his first run. Mostly to himself.
Very clean track, because obviously you want as little distraction as possible. Runs on the curb a little bit. Turn 2. And see how you should take the S's. You've got to fling the car right in, but the car snapped on him there. That's always off-putting when that happens, and you can't really control it. It's just the way Andy Moddy got thrown off a little bit there. And that curb, purple set to 1. Let's see the sector split, but he's up to the hairpin, which you need to kind of be braking as soon as you get past that right little corner. Some plenty of VRS. Up and overtake. Hot lap actually. Really be running an overtake, but through into Spoon Curve. Make sure you don't run it too wide. Nice exit. So it's like a solid lap from Daniel so far. Middle sector. Now Vinny was a 12.4. It was 11.8. This is a good lap. So this is right on board with Quaker and Kachal's time. Let's see what he can do. Into the chicane for the last time. Not the last time. The last 2 corners. Keeps it on the inside. This could be pole. It is 28.3.
Yeah, it looked like he had a little bit more over that curb as well. I noticed that a few people have been cutting that a bit more and gaining a bit more time, so you might even have a bit more in the bag there, Daniel. Very impressive. And Verstappen in the chat said top 2 matched me. Well, one of them's no beat you, mate. Crikey.
Good lap from Daniel. He needs this as Blazers Negotiating through some ways. He's going back into the pits. Not just enough time though. Or does he? It'd be odd push to get back out in time actually.
Very hard to get in and out around here, especially if the teammate go out as well. But luckily, Vinny's already out.
It's a very, very good lap from Daniel. Done exactly what he needs to do to get himself a good grid position. He's not out of this championship yet. He's got to back it up with a good result tonight though. But that's a good start. Baker's doing okay as well in terms of what he needs to do. Gets much space from between him and Connor. As Primus runs it all. Very lucky.
Primus on the edge.
He was very lucky. Caught it on the gravel. I think it was 3.5 tenths up though. So he's pushing, especially really hard. I wouldn't expect anything less.
Very
Nicely
nice
through those two corners. See if he's up. Was it 11.8 from Daniel? 12.5, but he's improving. And he's... I don't know how he's kept that valid. Again, like you, he's right over on the curb. Proves, go P8 for now. Minute 44 to go. And Daniel is in the pits. That's him done. He set the mark for people. Let's see if he can beat it. And he's almost 2 tenths up. Good start for him. Quaker's beginning a lap as well. Who do you reckon top notch? Who's going to take it? Is Daniel going to keep hold of this?
Oh, it's a very good lap.
I'm going to find a little bit extra.
Nice. Up for grabs still. Daniel's retired, so he's not going to be improving. Up to my
So who's next? It's a Williams. Williams and Blaze, who's about to begin his outlap, but Vinny behind him. He's just gone purple sector 2. He's 3 tenths up pretty much. It's not enough to get close to Daniel, but can he get higher up the grid? I've got time to go again as well. He's got the fuel. Improves to match Carlin, but doesn't improve position. Oof. Primus goes for another. Who is that? Coming round, I think it's an alpha of Kachal just to begin.
Yeah.
Just in time, 10 seconds.
It'll be the last across the line, I think.
Yeah. Got a Racing Pointer Junior. Finishes P7. Red Bull of Quaker is in. He's done. Porter. 9th. Goes ahead of Blazer. But now I think Blazer's on a lap though. Carlin is invalid. Ron Chastafy next.
10th up.
Have a look from Grunt. I think Daniel May. Oh,
second.
Close. Gets ahead of Quaker. Bumps Quaker to the second row. Right. Blazer, Williams. See what he can do. 2 tenths up. 8th. 8th for Blazer, so it's just Kachal. It's just Kachal that can spoil Daniel's party. That's 11.8. He's on target. This is going to be very close. He's got to nail this chicane. Are we going to see Kachal always slightly sideways? Tyres are giving up.
Cost him.
It might have got him.
I think it did.
It did. He was 3/10 up as well. He goes 4th though. So Daniel takes it. Daniel takes pole position in the Haas. So very good from Daniel. Run on the front row. Quaker, I think Quaker's going to be happy with that top notch P3.
Yeah, I think
He's right in the sharp end.
where he needs to be. Down into turn 1, up the front end.
There you go. Run us through our top 10 Q3.
So in 10th position in the Renault, RSF1 Porter. In 9th position in the Mercedes, Primus Damon. 8th in the Williams, LR Blazer Guns. 7th Junior in the Pink Panther. 6th Grandad Vinny in the Williams. And then 5th RSF1 Carlin. And then his teammate Kachow in the Alphas. 4 and 5 respectively. And then top 3 Quaker Oats in the Red Bull. Grantastrophe in the Renault. And then first Daniel in the Haas.
Yeah, I noticed you had damage there, Primus. I was wondering where that was. Apparently you spun out in the S's on his last couple of laps. Here we are, very, very overcast conditions for this race. Potential of rain, possibly.
Yeah, a lot
Definitely
darker than it has been.
Oh yeah.
Still.
I notice Maniac's watching in the chat. Good evening to you. Obviously, a shame that you're not racing here tonight, but obviously for him, he's hoping he can retain his championship lead top notch. But he's going to be very nervous. He wants, for Maniac, for him really, he wants a surprise winner to come through. He wants somebody different,
Yeah,
I think,
sure.
but he does not want Quaker or Connor to win this. That's for sure.
I think sitting on the sidelines, the only good thing you can take from it is it's Japan, mate. You know, Sector 1 can kill anyone, and then the spoon. Yeah, anything can happen.
Very much so. Also remember in constructors as well, you got the Racing Point. Can they continue their momentum with another good result? 3rd and 5th in Russia, but they got to keep doing that. Obviously, Quaker's back in the sharp end in terms of Red Bull, but you got Wagsy. Again, how is Wagsy 13th? And he had a qualifying ban. He's starting ahead of people that didn't have bans, but only because they crashed in the session.
Yeah, got very lucky.
But that shows though this track it can claim a few people's races at any given point. Right, so we're just waiting for the lobby host to ready up, of course. And I forgot to do the thing I was going to try this week as well. I was going to invite a pole position. It's too late now, but I'll make sure to remember for next week. We can interview the pole position man, have his thoughts before he goes down to turn 1. In terms of turn 1 here, it's obviously far less distance than Russia, top notch. So potential, and obviously the way the corner is, potential to be damage inducing, I guess, on the first lap. So these guys are going to be careful. Yeah, if people get a good start, guys on the mediums, they have to keep with the leading pack, can't they? They have to.
Yeah, as a good strategy to have. As long as you can pull it off, you got to stick with them. Keep that DRS after 3 laps, and just try and stick with them for as long as you can. You know, minus safety cars and stuff like that. Safety cars come out, then just got to be reactive really and go with what happens.
And that's another question I was going to ask you as well, Tom Notch. Is the safety car streak going to continue? We've had a safety car in every race since Monaco. Are we going to get one tonight? Or is it all going to be over?
At some point. I believe. I believe in
Imagine if
S4.
we can have every race a safety car from now to the end. And the streak that continued from Monaco.
I'll let you take it this week, mate. From the back.
Sure.
Yep. You can have this one.
Oh, fair enough. Oh, thank you. Alright, 17th place. Butler in the McLaren. From 17th. Wobbles, 16th in the Ferrari. Obviously crashed out in Q... No, he didn't crash out. He didn't set a time. So, eliminated from Q1. Connor. I'll be interested to see what he can do from back here in 15th. He definitely has the pace. People have said he does. But he started in 15th. He's got to pick his way through patiently, see what he can do. Teddist on the other Ferrari. So, bad day for Ferrari in terms of qualifying. He's already been put to the back of the grid. Or bit back to the grid, sorry, because cold tyres for him. He'll be start 14th. Wagsy, 13th, qualifying ban. How he's made that position, I don't know. But there he is, 13th. And then the debutant in the Toro Rosso, Elham, 44. Let's see what he can do. Scotsman, 11th in the Haas. They'll be all starting on fresh tyres. Top 10, Porter in the Renault. And then 9th place, Primus in the Mercedes. 8th for Blazer Guns. He is desperate for a result. Please let him get one. He was so close last week. Can it happen today? I hope so. P8 for him. Junior in the Racing Point, P7. Graded Vinny, P6 in the Williams. 5th for Carlin in the Alfa Romeo. So good showing for Alphas because he's got his teammate Kachal ahead of him in P4. Quaker Oats, P3. Got his main championship contender of Maniac not racing. He's got Quaker in 15th. Huge opportunity for him, but he's on a horrible run of form in terms of points. I don't think he's scored in like the last 4 races. Needs to end tonight. Conchastafi second, and our pole man, Daniel, in the Haas as he brings it round. And I don't know whether you've seen the chat, top notch, but without you got raid in 5 minutes.
Wow.
Where's that come from?
Yep, it's this game. Don't trust it. Be prepared for
Never
the
trust
inevitable. Because it's going to change.
Wow.
Many a times this season, me and my teammate have been like, right, we've got this setups for wet or whatever, and it just changes. So, here we go.
I don't think there's snow or sand in the way. That is a horrible camera angle. Goodness me. Right, here we go, top notch. This could be a wild one if that's the case. Definitely thought the clouds looked very dark, but here we go. This could end up anything.
Please change.
Give me a good camera angle, please. Jesus. Right, here we go. 3, 4, 5 lights. And lights out and away they go for the Japanese Grand Prix. There's Mercedes with a flying start. That's Primus up to 7th. But speaking of the front, Catastrophe was on the inside. He's still on the inside of Daniel. He's on the grass. Oh, got clipped a little bit. But Daniel keeps the lead. Kachao is side by side with Quaker and he's through.
RSF1 Scotsman had a go at Porter and just lost it.
Oh.
Went for the moved on the
Scotsman's
inside
in the
and spun
wall.
it.
Yeah, Scotsman's dropping down. Teddis is there as well.
I didn't see what
Daniel
happened
keeps
with
the
Teddis.
lead.
Clean up
Onatos had a great start. Onatos had a great start, top notch. He's up 5 positions already. He's up to 10th. Great start. We've got Mercedes and Primus with Junior. Oh, contact! As Ben would say. Oh. Damage for Primus. A little contact with Junior. They've had history. They're going through it again. It's a slight contact. Is into the wall.
Racing.
Yeah. It's firmly side by side. Might have been a racing incident going forward, but no sign of rain just yet. But those clouds are looming. What a start from Connor.
On Daniel, not quite close enough though, but he is close. Daniel with a slightly better exit. Fantastic, he's just got to sit there. He's going to have DRS in the next couple of laps. Other than that, they're pretty spaced out. We'll switch it back to tyres, mate.
Yeah, switch it back. Right, so here we go. So guys and mediums have actually done very good If there is rain and it holds off, then obviously the race will come to them, but they've got to stay with the leaders. Primus hasn't pitted meantime. I think he's waiting for the rain to come down, as Blazer has nipped by Connor. So Connor's had a wobble somewhere. Blazer's nipped past him. Yeah, Primus hasn't pitted top notch. That's a bit of a gamble.
Yep, they're still fighting, mate.
The run is Ron Chastity has not let Daniel get away from him. Scotsman's pitted meantime onto mediums. He had no choice really, but he has a safety car to bring it back. Grunchastafy is all over the back of Daniel.
Sure
Definitely
is.
keeping under pressure. Big slide from Daniel. The front line speed from Grunt. Can he do it? He's in the front line speed. This is going to be a risky move if he goes for it. Oh, Blaze. I think Blaze has gone round. He has. He's in the gravel. Last corner. Oh.
Catastrophe. Really close to the back. I thought he was there. Just thought better of it. Unlucky for Blazer there.
Yep. He cannot get the luck, can he? Doesn't have any damage, so he can keep going. He's now at the back with Primus, who's still yet to pit. He's definitely got damage on that front wing. He's definitely waiting for rain, but no sign of it yet. Oh, as speak of the devil, there it is. There it is. The rain is falling now. I hate that little thing that you get that flash of lines, and down comes the rain. So how's this rain going to work? Top notch. What do you reckon? Comes down heavy enough. It's got to be on intermediates, but if it doesn't, they have to stay on dries.
Definitely, I think it nullifies the intermediates, the mediums. Sorry, this benefits the soft runners for sure.
Grunchastafy is back on the back of Daniel. Daniel's made a mistake into the chicane. Grunchastafy's all over him, and surely on the inside. Got him. Can Daniel retaliate though in the slipstream? No, Grunt's got DRS, going to pull away.
Junior's on the back of Vinny, not really gaining now, but he's close. This weather's going to be... I wonder how long it takes for it to really take effect around here. I'm not really seeing it change.
It's only spitting for now. It's not a lot. It's definitely going to make conditions a little tricky. Yeah, you can see on board with Junior. You can see how much he had to lift off there.
Chow
The dirty F
Daniel.
on Vinny in front. Oh, yellow flag set to 1. That's a Ferrari.
That's Vinny with a
Ferrari, I
3-second
think.
time penalty. Wobbles. Yeah, dropping Daniel there.
Ah, well, there was wobbles. I thought it was Teddy, so it was wobbles. He's off.
This rain's coming down a little bit more now. See it on the visor of Kachow. Daniel goes a little bit sideways.
Yeah,
Very
Grunchastafy is checking out a little bit. It's got a gap on these three. I feel that Kachow and Quaker are a little bit quicker than Daniel, but they need to clear him, and these conditions are not going to help. Arlen's a little bit further back. He's got another train of Vinny, Junior, and Porter behind him. DRS still in effect. This will be a brave move for Quaker. He's got a little bit more straight line speed than Kachow.
Butler's out.
Virtual. Butler.
Spun at the
He's
four.
130R.
He was fighting with Ted first, I see that, but I don't see what happened. He was fighting with Ted first and he's lost it.
Man, I just got caught on the curb. Elham's in. Does he have damage? Or is he... he does. I was going to say, too early for intermediates, far too early.
Hards.
He's under hard tyres. He's used that virtual safety car to good effect though. I think you can say.
wonder what Primus is going to do. Loop them round because of the safety car. Yeah, passing the pits. Who's going again? Not that bad. Bad enough yet, anyway.
Primus has pitted. I think he was gambling on this rain, but the problem is the rain is not really coming down hard enough.
No, not yet.
DRS enabled, we're back on the
again.
racing. Again, this train. Carlin is struggling to keep up with the guys in front.
Kachar was right on the back of Daniel. Daniel was slightly better run, but now Kachar is gaining. Daniel on the grass. Don't think Kachar's going to be close enough.
Oh, Kachar looking. I've always thought that on mediums on a damp track like this is the best situation rather than softs, and you can see Daniel is not liking this at all. Dropping pace behind, trying to keep behind Kachar. Kachar will be... This will be a brave move, but he's getting closer, closer. Oof.
Yeah, thought better of it. Good driving.
Yeah.
Long race to go. 6 laps in yet. But meanwhile, Grandtastrophe is slowly creeping away. I'm saying that Daniel's gained him back a bit, actually. Oh, and Kachar's lagged, and he's off. I think that was just
I saw he had a little bit of a jump.
Kachar.
He's off into the grass. That's horrible luck. He was on such a good race. Careful.
Ooh, very unlucky there from Kachar, but
he's
be
got to be careful rejoining.
Back, mate. Come on, you've got the pace.
That is such a shame.
Maybe get on the pits, intermediates. I don't know, but you've got the pace to get back up there. Keep going. Meanwhile, Porter,
Rain is intensifying.
All on the back of Vinny, really close. Porter on the back of Junior. They seem to be struggling a bit more now.
This is a very tough situation for these guys, top notch. Because the rain
is.
It's not raining hard enough for intermediates, I feel. You can see how much they're struggling at 130R. I think that was Vinny on the curb. In front, then he lost it. This is going to give opportunity to Junior.
And Porter's right there.
Yeah.
DRS is still enabled, so the track is still dry enough. Junior with the exit. Wow. Junior just streaked away from Porter there.
Yeah, had DRS to the back.
On laser guns and wobbles. Wow, where's wobbles come from?
Flying through. Good for Wobbles.
Come flying through.
Tap laser.
Oh. Wide. Oh. Wow, that was awesome to watch on the back on Wagsy's car.
Blazer's not happy with these conditions at all. Look at that.
Oh, he caught that so well. Well done, Wagsy. Went left, right, and just slammed his brakes on.
Kachar's in the pits, and he's gone to hard tyres.
Got that.
That shows you he couldn't take the gamble on intermediates. It's definitely not time yet.
No.
Definitely the question is, I see, as Yellow Flag set to 1, Scotsman's off. Oh, he's not having a fun time at all, is he? More damage. Keep it going now. Still a long way to go. We're only on lap 7. It's Quaker. Quaker gonna have a run. This is a good straight line speed. And Quaker. Oh, no, he couldn't do it. He was on the inside, but not quite there. Junior couldn't find a way past Vinny. Problem is, with these conditions, top notch, you can't really go for that almighty lunge up in the inside turn 1 because
you don't know whether that's going to be...
the understeer you're going to get.
Yeah, whether you're going to be able to stop it.
Oh, Vinny.
Second.
Vinny running on that curb, that's dangerous. These curbs are going to be very deadly now.
This is bringing Connor right into the back, onto the back of Porter as well. So
yeah, Connor's still in this.
Power sandwich at the minute.
Not a place you want to be.
It's not a place you want to
I'd
be.
imagine. No. Good train. Teddist in 9th is 12.5 seconds behind this. Basically all those that have had mistakes here and there. Again, that rain is not coming down hard enough for intermediates, is it? So,
No.
as long as it
Here
stays
comes
out.
Junior on Vinny. Is he
They're
going to
looking
go
to
on the outside?
130 are surely.
Oh, they're both,
They both go wide. Trying that. Oh, little tap. Little tap on the back.
Great camera view there. That's awesome. Quaker.
Oh, Quake's got to run. Quake's got to run on Porter, but Porter's got to run on Junior. Oh, oh, that nearly worked. Oh, he's on a curb. Oh, that nearly worked.
Oh,
I saw what Junior was trying to do there. Junior was trying to block Porter there so Connor can slide his way through, but the problem is, it's sliding in this. Ridiculous. Oh, you can see how much they're struggling. This is...
Yeah, I think these soft guys are really going to start struggling now. The medium guys are going to have the advantage here.
I don't think we're ever going to go to intermediate tyres, to be honest.
No,
It's
weird
not raining enough.
situation.
I don't know what lap times they're doing. 33s. We had a 32.8 from Grunt.
Quaker on
Grunt's got the
Daniel.
lead. 130R pass. Yep, clean as you like. Daniel go wide though. I think you're right. Those softs on Daniel are really starting to suffer a little bit. They go about 10, 11 laps, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like in this kind of conditions. So it might be that little bit worse, and it is lap 9, so they have had the VS, the virtual, so that's a lap or half a lap wear save. So
Laser guns
all
again.
worth
That's a fair few blazer guns has got.
what a train
That's
we've
at
been
least.
treated to, from 5th all the way down to 9th, well 8th. Great driving from these 4, back and forward.
Yep. Pretty good car control. You can see as soon as you touch a curb, it's going to send your car slightly sideways. You've got to counteract that as well. Good recovery from Connor so far. Up to P8. He's doing a bit of damage limitations so far. At the moment, top notch. Quake, Catastrophes in a bit of a control at the moment. It's managing that gap back.
Yeah, sure is. And basically the same
Good race
ERS
so
as
far.
Quaker, Daniel and Carl. Granted, Vinny is using quite a bit more than these guys behind him now. I'll say that Porter has none.
Oh, Quaker! 5-second time penalty. Now, I did see that quite a bit in F2 yesterday as Daniel goes into the pits.
Yep. That's the
If you cut that
punishment for cutting
chicane,
that chicane a bit too much.
yeah, that's going to hamper him massively. As Junior's got past Vinny, I missed that because I looked at Daniel in the pits, who's gone to mediums, and Connor's got past Porter. But both racing points moving forward. Can you invite Blazer back, please?
Yep.
Blazer down to 11 for the moment. That's going to drop him down. Still no one going for intermediates because it keeps going heavier than easing off a bit this rain, doesn't it? It's really hard to tell or predict what to do. There goes Blazer. Quaker Oats gained quite a bit on Gontastrophe actually, so he's moving forward. Daniel's come out just behind Teddist, but he needs to get a move on that clean air. He's got a good run. Got a good run on Tedis, but can't find the way through because Tedis is parking it middle of the road. Gonna make a lunge at Spoon? No.
I think he's going to have him down this straight, though.
Meanwhile, Connor. Oh, Vinny's in. Vinny is in. Where does
Daniel
he go
has
to?
passed. Nice move from Daniel. Slipped in, just in front.
Mediums. For Porter, Vinny as well, presumably mediums, yeah. Definitely not time. Really tricky. Very tricky for these guys now. See what Wagsy... see what time Primus does, so I can see what lap times they're doing. Comes through in the 34s. He did a 34.9 on that lap. That shows you how difficult it is. Normally they'd be well in the
32s.
28s.
Do you reckon?
No, it'd be 29 30s really.
Yeah.
Raced. Qualifying in the 28, so it's about a good second or so. Ending. Oh, Junior.
Junior. That's not going to help you,
No
mate.
penalty. No.
Especially now that Connor is slowly creeping his teammate up behind him. Bit by bit, that by that.
Now what do you reckon's
Good at
going
the
to
moment.
happen here? Because they're both on softs. They're both due to pit. In fact, Grantastrophe pits from 11 lap old tyres. So is Junior going to pit first or?
They're better
First on
to
track.
have one go in.
Ah,
Yep,
he's allowed Connor to
gonna
go.
in. Definitely want to get it out of the way. You don't want to do it on the same lap. Not that
Idiot
close.
for Grantastrophe. And Daniel's caught quite a bit on Grantastrophe. He wasn't that far back. The undercut could be quite good, and Quaker's got to watch out for that as he now leads this race. Quaker would be going a few more laps to try and get those to softs territory.
Yeah, Daniel has hardly any ERS compared to Catastrophe. Catastrophe seems to be managing it at the moment.
I was thinking, you know that safety car street, does a virtual safety car count, or does it have to be a proper one?
I think it's got to be a proper one with F4.
It
14
does.
laps, 15 laps to go.
I think Junior has done a very good act of teammate, if that makes sense. I don't think it does. But there was every right that Junior could have pitted first, but I think because Connor's potentially for the championship, I think he allowed Connor to pit. Quaker's in. Hard
On the
tyres,
hard.
okay.
Junior's into
That's
on the
different.
mediums. Wonder where they're going to come
That's
out.
different. I thought he was... I
Come
thought he
out
was
of
gonna...
Connor.
And he's come up behind. He's come up behind Daniel.
Held up quite a bit there, Junior.
Oh.
Because he's behind Connor now. Connor's making a move on Grandad Vinny, but he pulled out of that at the last moment.
Yeah, so Connor's jumped his teammate.
Yeah.
That I don't understand the hard tyre call from Quaker.
Porter's lost out most out of it. Porter was in between these two.
Yep.
So they're all jumbled up. Wow, look at how much they're struggling now. Seem to be struggling a lot more now than they were at the start of the race. I wonder if they are going to have to switch to inters at some point. See what lap times they're doing. Fresh tyres. Let's wait for a lap. That'll be...
What do you think, Top Notch? I'm not sure. It's very different.
hard to tell at the moment to see who's on like, a full lap, not half a lap from the pits.
Yeah. Still not sure about this rain. But Carlin's in the lead because he's yet to pit.
33.3 from Catastrophe. Seems okay.
Baker's got to run on Tedis. Wow. Look at that speed difference on the Ferrari.
Quaker takes it. Wobbles for 3 seconds. Still a little while left to go. I'll go over the penalties in a little while.
Yeah.
Connor
I
on
think
the
really
back
the
of
only
Vinny.
one that's got a lot is Blazer, but remember Quaker has that 5-second penalty that is going to hurt him. Connor had a good run.
Oh, he just pulled out of it.
Had a much better run, but there's nothing really to work for it there, is it? It's too narrow. Still this train at the moment, and Porter's right in this as well. Now, we got Tedist kind of being the cork in the bottle at the moment, top notch. These guys have been held up by him. They want to pass him quick, and Vinny's going to go around the outside of 130R. Oh, this will be brave. He's made it. Connor's trying to work his way through. Vinny's got a time penalty. That's the risk. Connor trying to ease his way through. Contact. Oh, there's front wing damage from Junior. Was that Junior? Was that Porter's? Oh, it's Porter's.
On the pit.
No. Porter got damage and all of that. It all Junior got damage as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it's going to struggle right here now with wing damage.
Blaze up to 9th. I feel really sorry for Junior and Porter there. They were having a good battle in that train, but it all just closed up, didn't it? Because Tedis was just running his own race. He didn't obviously have to move out the way, but Quaker went for it. There was contact, and Porter's got a penalty as well. Really do feel sorry for them, but wow, one has come out of all of that, just about. Carlin still leads this race. Do you reckon? No, he's just leaking out those mediums, isn't he? He's not rating for intermediates.
No, I don't think.
In fact, there he goes.
Switch, unless that go really dramatically a bit worse.
Soft should be alright to the end, I would have thought.
Yep.
Yeah, easy done. Where is he going to come out though in all this? The Grunt takes the lead. Daniel to second. Where is Carlin? There's Quaker into third. Carlin comes out. Just behind Vinny. This will be close with Connor. Oh, Connor had to give him a wide berth. They're still side by side. Contact! Oh, just hold it. Oh, evening element.
Yep.
Yeah, Blazy got 16 laps. Wagsy as well with a time penalty. Hard tyres, or soft tyres actually for Blazer, but they're at the back of the field. So Carlin, I think Carlin can do something with this because he's on soft tyres. He'll be quicker than the guys in front of him. He's just got to overtake them now, though, doesn't he?
Yeah, be patient, wait for the straight. It's hard to do around here, especially in Sector 1, so you really want to get it done before then.
Especially in damp conditions as well. You can see
you're only
the
going to have the
sliding.
advantage for, say, 5 laps maybe, and then they're going to start going away, so you've got to get as many as possible. There we go.
Surely could be able to get, if he gets a good run out of the chicane.
Scratchman with a
Guess we'll
3
run
second.
out of here. Let's see how much. Repus is completely gone. Here we go. Frontline speed of Carlin. What's it like? I think he might have him.
Going for the inside.
Nicely done.
Yep, Junior in the pits for the softs and the new front
Ah.
wing.
It's going to come out. I think Wobbles and Tedis are going to go through. So I'll put Junior to 9th. Yep. No, 10th because Primus has gone past him.
Yep.
So he's in the points.
Going to be battling with Primus at some point. Oh, ka-chow, ka-chow.
Oh.
Literally just hit past on the hards. Wow, this is going to be close.
Oh, there's
Ka-chow
been
on the
a spinner.
hards, Junior. Yep,
Hammer spun it, turn
spun
1. He was close. I don't know whether he got caught up in all that.
Junior's going to be like, damn you, ka-chow. I've come out on brand new softs and you are in front of me on hards. Get out the way,
Yeah.
boy. Thinking better of it though. Just waiting for the straight. Good thinking from Junior.
Ferrari's close to one another as well.
Yeah, they sure
Tennis
are.
is on softs. You've still got Carlin, who's gradually catching Vinny. Not a lot, and Connor's keeping with him.
Quaker with a 3 second time penalty.
Quaker!
That's not
That's
going to
8
help you,
seconds
mate.
now he's got. Where's that dropping behind us?
I'll have a look in a minute.
Leader. So that'll go to
There
16. That'll
goes
drop him
Ted
behind
first.
Vinny.
On his teammate. Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
Ted
Crucially, that 8 second stop notch, that'll put him behind Connor.
Junior on ka-chow. Gets it done.
Chow have DRS. Chow
Yeah,
have
he will.
DRS. Straight line speed of Chow.
Oh,
Good
this
move,
is gonna be
Junior,
close
but-
into one.
Oh, he's moving.
Ka-chow's got it on the
Oh,
outside. Junior's
God,
tapped
it's
him.
right over the camera. After you. They're both.
Oh,
What's going on? They're both.
I don't know.
Are they lagging
Oh,
or?
Porter's
What
getting
is
involved.
just- what
Porter's
is
got
going
every
on?
right to, I think. It's nothing to do with Porter. Porter's just racing. Porter said, "Thanks, boys. I'll take it."
I don't know what happened there. It's just like so gentlemanly. No, after you. No, after you.
Yeah, I think Junior just
Porter
wanted
was
to
like,
give
"Oh,
the
right."
position, and ka-chow was
Yeah.
a little bit confused at what happened.
Ah,
They
thank you,
both
Eyes and
found
Maniac.
themselves behind Porter.
Thank you, Ice and Maniac. Quaker did serve his 5 second penalty in the pits. So he
Right.
does still only have that free.
Yeah, I can have a look through them.
Oh, what's going on? Oh, Junior's off again. He's got massive damage. Left and front
the
wing.
hairpin.
He was...
It's looking a
Oh,
little
don't
bit
tell me
more
they've
wet
had more
now.
contact again. Please don't tell me they've had more contact again with Kachow. Top notch, can we have a penalty situation?
Yeah, you can, mate.
I don't think many of the top 5 have penalties apart from Quaker. I know he has the one.
So, Guantastrophe with 1 warning.
Okay.
Daniel, 1 warning. Quaker,
Ooh.
5 seconds and 3 seconds. Brandon Vinny, 2 penalties and 2 warnings.
Oh dear.
Carlin, clean as a whistle.
Ah, Junior. Junior's called it a day.
Connor Todd with 3 warnings. I suppose that is a penalty.
Has he not got a pen? Has he not got a penalty? No, he hasn't got
Not
a penalty. He
too
hasn't got
sure.
one.
And then Ted first, clean as a whistle. Good driving, Ted. 1 penalty for wobbles. Primus with 3 warnings. Porter with 1 penalty and 1 warning. So for top 10.
Alright.
Actually, I'm just going to check for Chow because Chow's climbed back up there. And he is clean as a whistle.
Comes Carlin. Frontline speed!
Oh,
Rolling.
Scotsman's lost
Oh.
it.
Oh, I thought it was... I saw a Haas. I thought it was Daniel. Scotsman's off. Carlin's got past Vinny. Carlin is still on the move on those soft tyres. And he's within... Oh, there's a Scotsman. He's out the way of the leaders. Well done. Good driving. Scotsman's had a... He just wants to get on to Mexico, I think. Had a really horrible race, but... Right, so in terms of penalty... Oh, that's another one for Vinny. So that's 9. That's 9, isn't it? Because he had 2. He's now on 9. So that'll drop him behind Connor, but he's got well in advance advantage over Tedist. So Grunchastafy, haven't really focused on him a lot. Just said Penn's element. If you missed, but I'll go over it again. Grunchastafy's got none, so he's perfectly fine. As has Daniel, they will stay. Quaker has a 3-second penalty. Carlin was clean, you say, didn't he?
Yeah.
Vinny has now 9 seconds worth, so he will lose it to Connor, who is also clean.
Yeah, he's got 3
There you
more
go.
himself somehow, Connor.
There you go, you can shut up about penalty situation now. Right, Connor. Straight line speed on Vinny. Oh, he's not close enough. Well, he's got to go. Well, he had a look. I was going to say he wasn't close enough.
Scotsman
So
with
currently-
5 second. Speeding in the pit.
So currently top notch. Quaker will lose that penalty, but Carlin's got to keep the pace up on those softs.
Yeah, sure has.
It's hovering. About 6/10. A flat set to 2. Wagsy's on an off. Scotsman's on the inters.
Inters. Old call.
Trying it. DRS is still active. I mean, he's got nothing to lose, I guess. Vinny going very wide through those Degners. Connor's got a massive run on him. Can't do anything about it, though.
Wagsy with a 3 second. Connor and Vinny is the closest battle.
Yep. Come on, guys. We've got a couple laps left. The streak is on the line here. The safety car streak is in jeopardy. Oh, Vinny.
Vinny.
Nearly caused it. Been running on those curves quite a lot this race, especially in these conditions. It's very dangerous. And again, every time I see him on the curb,
Connor closing up the
surely
lot.
Connor's got this. Surely he's got this. Got a great run at the turn. Ooh. Yeah, surely this time. There we go.
Good driving, Vinny. I think he just knew that.
Right, Connor's into 5th. Yellow flags set to 2. That's Scotsman on his intermediates. He's trying them out. I don't think they're working.
No, going by lap times, it's still dry.
Oh,
Daniel!
Daniel's lost it!
Where was that?
No!
Oh, down into under
Oh,
the bridge.
virtual! Oh, the street, but Daniel, my goodness!
On before the bridge.
Oh, he was on for 2nd.
Up and around the
All he had to
left-hander.
do. All he had to do that moves Quaker to 2nd. Carlin to 3rd. Virtual safety car. Moves everyone up one. Kachal's going to be in the points. You can see he must have had a slide and then caught it. Car's gone. Oh,
Very
it was
close.
so close.
Very close to our safety car there, Brundle.
Ah, he was so close to the end. Daniel, that's gonna hurt him. The race and his championship in tatters now. Oh, he's not out of it, but he needed that 2nd place. That would have helped a
DRS
lot.
enabled.
We're back under racing again. And in that, Quaker's actually gained, well, he's not anymore, but he's actually gained enough to keep 2nd place. So Carlin has got to keep pushing. Get it under 3 seconds.
Yeah, Connor Todd's stretched the gap to Vinny as well. Oh, we've got a car leaving the pit. A Scotsman getting way out of the way.
Yeah, he's got someone on his intermediate still. Oh no, he's back on the softs. Sorry, back on the softs.
All spread out now, really.
Right. Driver of the day. For me, it's a no-brainer. Connor at the moment, up 11 places. Would you agree on that?
Yeah, it's a very good drive from Connor. I don't think he's quite done
take,
yet.
Yeah, obviously, but take nothing away from Catastrophe, because he's driven a very controlled race up at the front. Quaker somehow made that hard tyre strategy work, and he may be able to keep on to second, because I think Carlin's tyres are just starting to edge off a bit. But for me, Connor.
Yeah, I think Connor's going to
definite.
look strong within the next 2 or 3 laps against these softs, so look for him to be taking probably the podium. That's what he's going to be feeling.
Right. Really the battle here. I mean, Catastrophe, it's his race to lose really. He doesn't even need to push. Driven a very perfect race up until this point. Reaper 810 is actually putting out another one, Primus, and in fact he's got 20 laps, Primus, on mediums, and he's up into 8th, actually pushing Wobbles for a position as well. There he is in P8. He's had a great recovery from that spin. Yeah, good shout. So Grunt can cruise these last couple of laps top notch.
Yeah,
Don't know what he needs to do. Quaker Oats.
Ooh, Connor. Connor's had a little spin under the bridge. Lost a bit, half a second.
Little slide, yeah. Carlin's right on the cusp. I don't know whether he knows how close he is. The second place, but he's got to get it under 3 seconds. It's very similar to F2 last night, if anybody caught it. And that went right down to the wire, right down to the line. Okay, Shane saying put it to a vote, so that is what I will do. I'm reading the chat. I'm looking at the race and reading at the chat. I can't do both at the same time, but... right, so let's put up to vote. So, let me think. Definitely Connor is one of them. Connor, Grandchester, yeah. And shall we go Primus as well? As your 3? I mean, the 2 Ferraris have had good positioning gains as well. Normally have 3 though. So Connor, Grandchester, and Primus as the 3. You got until the end of the race to vote, guys. So off you go.
Grunt's had 4 already. Primus.
Yeah, I know, I can see.
And 2.
Right. Ireland's lost a couple of tenths. This is the battle here, really. Apart from Primus has actually got past Wobbles. I missed that. Wobbles has got a bit of damage, though, actually. So Porter's on the back of him as well. Although he's gone wide at the S's. So Primus is actually up to 7th, so... Camo, you can only vote for once. I'm not counting your vote twice. I can see you vote for Grunt twice. I'm not counting that. Speaking of which, Grantastrophe is on to the last lap now. Near 8-second advantage as Wobbles and Porter are having a go. Porter nearly got by. Wobbles is struggling with that damage, the worn tyres, but take nothing away. There's a Red Bull off. That's Wagsy who is at the back. Grantastrophe's just got one more lap to go. It's under no pressure from Quaker, who has that penalty, and that penalty is just hanging on the balance. You can see The gap is 3.1. Keeps going up and down between Quaker and Carlin.
Yeah, Collars fell back a bit now.
Oh, he's got to go under 3 seconds.
Porter,
It's hanging there.
side by side. Porter gets in front now.
Last lap battle. He's got DRS though, Porter, so this should be settled if he gets the braking zone right. He does. But a few more corners for Grunt. That gap between Quaker and Carlin is so close. Carlin's got to keep pushing, get second. Even Maniac's cheered him on. He wants him to get Quaker. Every little point counts. But Gruntastrophe, this is going to be a second win in a row. Because after penalties, he got the win in Russia. Very much deserved this time, because on the track he's completely, comfortably dominated to take the win in Japan. Quaker is just going to come over the line second, but I think Carlin's done it. Carlin, he does, by 2 tenths.
2 tenths.
Takes second away from Quaker.
Connor Todd fourth.
Good recovery from Connor, Vinny fifth. And then we got a 20-second gap to Tedist, who I think is going to come home sixth.
Yeah, another great
Not until
drive.
the
Kachow back up into the points after his spin.
Tedist P6. Good job for Ferrari and Primus. 23 laps on mediums. Good shout, Primus to P7. Porter 8th, Wobbles 9th, and Kachow is going to get the last point. Big up to Kachow as well. He was far back as well with a spin. Blazer 11th. Elham 44 is going to come home 12th. And Wagsy, he's been off several times. He's got damage still. 13th. Right, chat, you got until these two cross the line. Where you got until Wagsy crosses the line to vote your driver of the day. At the moment, it's a clear favourite, to be honest.
Yeah,
Wagsy,
that's where my vote is going as well.
Yeah. Wagsy's going to cruise. Camo, that's 3 votes. Stop saying grunt. I get it. I get it.
Then they're free drivers.
Well, what a race. What a very intriguing race. What a very difficult race. Yes, that's actually, Shane has pointed it out. That was actually went very close between Grunt and Primus, but I believe driver of the J vote from the chat goes to Grunt. Although I would point out, half of them are Renault drivers. And of course they will vote for Grunt because they drive for Renault. Same as him. So, if I'm being diplomatic. Am I being diplomatic? I don't know. Good race, top notch, I think.
Yeah, I think that
And
was.
the streak's gone. The safety car is gone. No more. Anyway, run us through the results there. Top notch.
Let's invite these quickly. And first position, Gruntastrophe. Carlin in second. Quaker in third. Connor Todd in fourth. Fifth, Branded Vinny. Sixth, Ted first. Seventh, Primus Gaiman. Eighth, Porter. And ninth, Wobbles. Kachow, 10th. And then Allow Blaze Guns in 11th. Elham 12th. Wagsy 13th. 40 Scotsman. And Daniel Jr. and Boller were out, unfortunately.
Yeah. And it's definitely certain to say that Maniac is quite happy with that result, considering he didn't race today. Definitely cheering that. So, do we have our 3? We do not. We're missing. Gruntastrophe, Carlin, Quaker. Missing Quaker.
He's got a couple of invites. Give him a second.
Quaker's no mic.
Ah,
Get a microphone, Quaker. Oh, the amount of times I keep saying him. Oh well. Okay, I'll do. You do second, and I'll do first.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, take it away.
So, I believe RSF1 Carlin. Great race from yourself today. Good qualifying up there with some good pace. Ran a tricky track, Japan. Let us know how you think your race went on, mate.
Well, in qualifying, I didn't do the best in my opinion. Could have gone faster and rotated. Just had to get away well, which I did. Unfortunate for Chow to get tapped by Quaker, but that put me up into fourth. Daniel retiring. I was on the medium, so I was on the best strategy, mediums to softs, and then I just flew to the end of the race to get 2 in a row. 2 P2s. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, good work, good work. How do you feel about going into the next part of the season, to the next race?
Well, I'm always fastest towards the end of the season, in the mid. So Mexico, I'm really looking forward to. Really good track for me.
And just a quick question about the weather. Did you feel at any point that was going to switch to the intermediates, or did you always know that?
Nope. I knew it was going to be dry, but then it started raining. It was only going to be light rain, so there's no need to switch over.
Good race from yourself, mate, and good luck in the rest of the season.
Yeah, thank you.
London, mate. Anything to ask?
Yeah, good result. Obviously, same result as last week. Obviously, penalty included as well, so it's a double podium. Obviously, very, very tricky conditions out there made obviously this tricky track even worse in terms of, you know, car control. You had to keep, obviously, there wasn't at any point that you consider intermediates, just wasn't rating enough for you.
No, there's not even a thing for intermediates. I saw Scotsman go on to him, and that was stupid. He should have never gone to the inters.
Well, he had nothing to lose, so, you know, if it did change, it would have been back in the money, and safety car as well, but
I was hoping for a win today, but Grunt drove an amazing race, two in a row for him, so good job to him.
yeah, very good. What about your chances for the next track, Mexico?
Podium again?
Definitely be good. Pushing Alpha up the table as well, so.
Yeah, I've only been in since Germany. I haven't been able to contribute much in points wise, but I think 2 podiums and 2 full-time races for Alpha is good.
Yeah, very good. Definitely establishing yourself in the league, and who knows what next season can bring. But obviously won the next game, so things may change in terms of pecking order and pace.
I'm going for the championship.
Division 1. Championship Division 1.
Maybe F4, but you'll never know.
You never know. Never know. That's wonderful, the new game. Anyway, congrats on second.
Yeah, thank you.
Alright, and on to our race winner, Gruntastrophe. Chat's driver of the day. As voted by the chat, although, again, half of those were Renault drivers. So, you know, if we're going to be diplomatic on that. But no, take nothing away. As soon as you got the lead, a very good controlled race. You had to work to get past Daniel in the early going, but it showed you were definitely very well controlled and very difficult to do. As I said, these conditions, very interesting. But qualifying obviously was a very good competition up at the front for pole position. I don't remember who got it actually. Was it you that got it?
Daniel.
Oh, Daniel got it. You were second, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, second, correct.
Second.
So yeah, very good lap obviously from Daniel to take that pole position. I'm sure you'll agree, but definitely competitive. Good to see, and you got a good second place, so that was good for you.
Yeah, I mean, that no, in no way, shape, or form was that an easy race for I think any of the drivers. It was very tricky conditions. I mean, obviously qualifying was full dry, so that was fine. And then obviously we all saw it being dry for the race, so I'm guessing nobody adjusted any kind of setups for rain. And then when we got into the race on the outlap, Jeff was telling us that rain was in 5 minutes, which obviously was scary because I didn't know what the hell was going to go on. And then when I went to pit, I just didn't know what to do because I didn't know if the rain was going to get heavier. I didn't want to risk it, so I stayed out an extra couple of laps, which kind of affected my tyre wear a bit, but it seemed to work out in the end. And then managed to get out in front of Daniel, which was quite. And then obviously when Craig pitted, managed to get out in front of him. But I mean, it was even to last lap, I was running leaning on and just trying to bring it home and not spin out. The car was just so hard to handle towards the end. But it was fun.
Yeah, it's definitely a good feeling. And as what was I saying? Carlin pointed out your second win in a row, thanks to obviously penalties. But you did have a good race in Russia, so you've had 2 good races in a row. And like Carlin, obviously you joined late-ish in the league. You joined latest in the league, so obviously championship-wise this season, not really there realistically. I mean, it's still mathematically possible for you, even with that win, etc. It's still possible, but obviously it would take a lot of things happening. Obviously, it's fair to say. So really, you're establishing yourself in this league, and you're doing so very well, in my view. You're definitely moving forward. Who knows for next game, obviously, but I'm guessing you're just looking for some more wins, more good races towards the end.
Yeah, I'm just looking to get as many points for Renault as I can. I know we're in 4th in the overall standings. We're about 100 or so away from Red Bull, so I'm just trying to boost us not only in this division, but boost the overall and just see how far we can get. And just obviously we're all trying to push. Obviously every driver is just trying to get as many points as possible for the team.
Yes, and I'm sure you'll. I have to ask this: is Shane the team leader as such as Renault? Because it seems to be. He's always cheering on the Renaults, which is obviously great to see. But is he the team leader, or is everyone part of the team?
I mean, everyone's part of the team, but I would have thought Shane's one of the top dogs, if not the top dog. He's always there week in, week out, engineering. I mean, I've got to thank him for the call and the pit stops and staying out and constantly telling me gaps and everything. He's just a great engineer to have.
That's good. Very good to hear. What about for yourself? Mexico, our next track. Very long run down to turn 1. I think it's one of the longest on the calendar. Can be a potential difficult race. Obviously you weren't here last season, but we had a monsoon race in F4 where there was like fog all the way down the main straight. What are your chances going forward to Mexico? Track you like or not?
Yeah, I quite like Mexico. I'm quite happy with the track. I mean, I haven't done obviously any proper practice on it yet, but obviously I'm going to do it throughout the week and see if I can battle with the top guys again next week.
Yeah, well, congrats on your win. I believe your 3rd win this season. I'm sure there's been one before.
2nd win.
Right. Ah, so that includes Russia.
Just Russia. Yeah, so just Russia and today.
Fair enough. Well done on your 1st win, because I wasn't able to congratulate you on that, and now your 2nd win. So there you go. So all good. Top notch. Anything from you?
Oh mate, just good race, fantastic, mate. Another good performance from you.
Thank you.
To be getting your feet now, getting your pace.
Yeah, feeling it.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing what you could do towards the end of the season.
Thanks. Obviously, well done to Connor as well. I've just seen Connor got 4th. Congrats to him. And obviously Carlin and Quaker well into them too as well. But I feel bad for Daniel. I feel so bad for Daniel.
Oh, so close to the end, yeah. I
Yeah.
felt for him. Well, yeah, thank you, you two. And obviously Quaker will be very happy with that. He is now 1 point behind Maniac in the championship standing. So yes, very good. And obviously Connor has got closer, so the battle continues between them three. Obviously others are still in it, but I think it's down to them three, and hopefully they can continue the battle all the way to Singapore finale. That was a good race, top notch.
It was.
Tense to watch at times, especially, but it's sad to hear, or sad really to say these words, but RIP to the safety car streak. It's now gone.
Safety car.
Virtual doesn't count.
Forgot about
We've had a
that.
safety car.
Thank
We had a
God
safety
about
car ever since Canada. Because Monaco was the last race where you didn't have a full safety car, and you've had one every single race until now. It's over. We're going to have about 4 or 5 in Mexico and make up for it.
More likely.
But yeah, as I said, in terms of the championship top notch, we keep rolling forward.
Driver of the day
Obviously with
finalist
Maniacs.
was Catastrophe, mate.
Yeah. Close between you and Catastrophe, but Catastrophe edged it. But again, Renault drivers contributed to that. But hey-ho.
Of course, they're my bros.
Yeah, that's...
Got my back.
But yeah, that has been the F4 race around Japan. Another story written in the book. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 races to go. Who will win? Question. But obviously next time we'll be at the Mexican Grand Prix for that very long straight will be a feature for that race. But we still have a couple more Japanese Grand Prix to go. We have the F1 boys tomorrow, of course. And then Wednesday will be the F5 championship, and then F3 on the Thursday, all 8 o'clock. Tomorrow we will have 2 new faces in the com box. Well, one you recognise, one completely brand new. I'll leave it at that. But join us at 8 o'clock tomorrow to see who it is. Plus the action of F1, of course, with that championship, which is still very much hotly contested. But thank you for your company once again, Top Notch.
Thank you, Rundle.
And yes, thank you everybody else for watching. Good support as always. See you next time. But your grid and your driver of the day, or your podium, sorry. Quaker Oats in 3rd in the Red Bull, 2nd for Carlin in the Alfa Romeo Grand Chester, your race winner and driver of the day. So from everyone here in F4 and on the podium, have a good evening, stay safe, and meet you next time.